It's the next day after I posted the latest podcast, and I'm here at the Tibetan restaurant, and I'm having a hot and sour soup, and the Cadillac is parked over there. I brought the big one. And had a good night with the kids, good morning with the kids, exchanged. Thank you very much. So I had a good night with the kids, good morning with the kids, exchanged texts with friends, or emails with the text emails. Well, there's some problem with my text, so I'm having to find alternate, mediums. So, and then I did actually do some writing today, maybe, about 10 pages about, thank you very much, about the latest, binges, like 3 weeks ago now, but just how deep, and it's kind of a rant right now, it's just kind of disorganized and disjointed, but just getting it down for now, just, for myself. So I did that, and then afterwards I'm like going, oh, God, to eat. So here I am, and the katsa, which is actually, they didn't have shrimp today, which is vegetable cutlets, like pakora type thingies in a sauce, and spicy. It is spicy, and I'm adding the hot sauce as well. It's very good. Bye for now. I ended up going entirely vegetarian today. Bye for now. Everybody, after dinner I came here there was a long lineup at the other place, Tom's, but I don't go there. Years ago I saw a rat rummaging around in front of it. It's kind of put me off. But I come here, Dairy Queen, there was a lineup going outside when I arrived. But it was a nice night, so it's not surprising. So I got the Cadillac parked there. I'm going to have my ice cream and then head back to the kids. Bye for now. Everybody, it's 11:11, and we've got the babies there. And we've got the other baby is there. And we've got Agita. Agita's there, watching everybody from her perch. Now, I had my ice cream, had my supper out, I had my, the Tibetan food. And then I had ice cream and then came back. And I've just been relaxing with the kids. There are still simples, but it's okay. Just going to make a journal entry, spend some more time with the kids, and try to go to bed early. I am thinking of making the day trip tomorrow. I haven't heard anything about the offer, but I have the car stuff to do. And with the kind of pull stuff happening, I think driving is not a bad thing. Hello, everybody. It's a little later in the day, and I went and signed the offer. I went to my niece, lawyer, cousin's office. And there's a little bit of back and forth, and there are a couple of points that she wanted clarification on, which I was like, and I actually talked to the buyer myself, and then to the, so went back and forth, and I just signed everything. I'm like, fine. I think everything is going well, and I think he's getting a good house, and I'm getting a lot less hassle, and then actually having to finish the house and then put it on the market. So I think everybody's getting a good deal, and it is a good house. I mean, I really do think it's a good house. It's just hasn't been good for me because of the shit that I went through with it. But so all of that, and I'm like going, okay, time to eat. So I've come here. I've had soup here in the evening before, but I've never had lunch. They have a lunch special. They had chicken, green curry chicken. And I was sort of tempted, but I ate chicken the other day and I didn't enjoy it. And I'm like going, I was thinking of Brad, the rooster. So I'm like, okay, vegetable. It's a pineapple curry. I've never had a pineapple. Hello, everybody. I signed back the offer and had lunch and a little back and forth, and I got my phone fixed. Texts are working again. So I came to Rogers here and got it fixed, and then there was a bunch of texts I had to reply to, and I exchanged texts with my realtor. And she goes, should I start active search? And I said, just maybe wait until the offer is confirmed. Still a little bit of stuff needs to be done here. So, but, it's only a week, 10 days, so less than that, actually less than 10 days, just a week. So once the offer is confirmed, then tomorrow I will start driving around neighborhoods in Chatham because I'm going there. So I'm still processing all of this, and it was nice to get the text back, and exchanging texts with my realtor, and really looking forward to the search for a purrfect cat family house in Chatham, for the fresh start for the nutty professor and his 4 kids. So but and there still have been pulls. I mean, all of this is going to be pushes and pulls, but this is the biggest push possible. So it's moving. It's very, very, very positive. But I'm still feeling a little overwhelmed. That's the other thing, a little overwhelmed, but it's okay. Just do one little thing at a time. I got to phone this company and the gas company. You got to, start notifying and doing this and that, and buying back this thing and that thing in the offer and stuff like that. That kind of thing. That it's a part. I have bought and sold several houses before. Quite a few, but it's been a while now, and now the focus has been different with this other stuff that's been going on. So now it's kind of relearning a lot of this stuff, but it's, and sort of, just coming back also. The timing was good, but it was also a little difficult to deal with this kind of, ordinary world stuff, and that too, very focused ordinary world stuff. Buying and selling of a house and looking for another one and all of that. But the best rechanneling possible, the best. But so I ended up, now I feel better. Get some pet value here. Got a bunch of those, tiki cat velvet mousse things that they like, on sale. Buy 6, buy 5, get 1 free or something like that. Bye for now. Everybody, it's now the next morning. Agita's there, and one of the babies there. They know that I'm going on a day trip because they saw me pack my day trip backpack. And so we get, and we've got the other baby here in the hall. Like I said, they know because they saw me pack my my day backpack, change of clothes and stuff, even though I'm just going for the day. So, had a good night with the kids, got up in the morning, and just relaxed a little bit. I was supposed to get there earlier for the car, but by the time I got ready and I fed the kids and I exchanged text emails, there's traffic. So I'm kind of taking it a little bit easier rather than just be stuck in that. It's moving, but slowly. But I'm ready. I'm going to head down now and stop to get my Tim's and head to Chatham, car stuff. And we'll stop by the house on the way back. And I got to do some car stuff, house stuff too, for the pending sale. I have to go to the city hall and stuff like that. I used to do that kind of thing a long time ago when I had all the properties in Niagara and stuff, Anyway, here I am in scenic Chatham, Ontario, and that is the Thames River. This is King Street, and then there's Queen Street. Not particularly creative. Many of these small interior towns tend to be. To be not creative. But I dropped off the car, the Mercedes first, at the mechanics, and I'm just walking because I've got to go to City Hall to get a tax thing, a statement for the house, part of the impending sale. And while I'm here, it's a nice little town. Kind of reminded me of why I want to move here. I mean, there are bars, but that's not my thing. I don't drink anymore. So, but I can have colas, and I'm looking, if at all possible, houses near enough that I can just walk over here. There are nice residential areas on that side of town, apparently. So I'm actually going to walk past a potential place. There's the City Hall there, and just to the right of the City Hall is the main downtown that I walk through with the cafes and stuff, and the river. And the City Hall there, and I walked like 2 minutes, and there's a house for sale here. I've seen it online, not the 2-story, but the one next to it, the one on the corner, 1.5 story. Doesn't have a catio, but I might be able to build one at the back. Now, supposedly, my realtor told me that King Street East, the other side of town, isn't that good. Possible places of ill repute for substances and stuff on that side of town, but I think that's over the railway tracks. But this side of town is very nice. Look at that, like very, very nice. Okay, that's the funeral home just over there. That's the City Hall, and the house that I was looking at is just behind this house, so 3 houses over. Just the next street over. And this is the City Hall, and this is the police station. I guess that's a pretty safe place to be. It's right next to it. I guess I'd have to keep my nose clean. Anyway, I don't know, it's just a possibility. We'll see what else happens. First, we got to wait for the stuff on my house, and then we're going to see what's available, see what else is available, and go from there. Bye for now. At least it's rechanneling, good rechanneling. Bye for now. Back on Main Street, and just there I make a left and I cross the bridge and I get to the mechanic shop. And apparently, you keep going this side of King, and you keep going, and then there's another street also, I think it's known as Park Street, but and I think there are actually literally railway tracks, so you cross the tracks and you're on the other side of town. Okay, that was the wrong service place, so they directed me to the right one, which is over there. And I got the forms that I needed. Then I got lost because I'm used to driving around here, not working. So I got a little lost, but it's not a big city, town. I found my way, so I could see the river, so I know where I am. Bye for now. I think moving here will be good for me because I was about to cross, and this minivan there was turning, and I kind of ran a bit to get and the guy is waving out the window. He goes, no, slow down, take your time. I'm like, that's not going to happen in Toronto. That's not going to happen. Everybody, I just stopped to do a quick check at the house, even though there really shouldn't be any, nobody's really been here. And the water is off and everything, so it should be okay. But when I'm in the area, I do stop in just to make sure everything's okay. Looks fine. So I'm just going to lock up and see if the grass cutting guy is there, so I can settle up with him and then head back. I may switch cars. I may just take this one. We'll see. After the Chatham and driving by the houses and stuff, I stopped by the house quickly, and then I stopped to settle with the chap who cuts the grass. And I was coming through this town. I don't need to switch cars. I'm going to stop at the garage, so I'm just going to take the Pacifica back, and I'll switch on the next trip. So I was passing by this little town, and I've been to this Chinese and Canadian food restaurant a few times. This is curry shrimp. It's very, very mild by my standards, but the food is good quality. I got the rest of the food packed for later. The curious nature will take you somewhere special. Anyway, bye for now. A huge rainbow. Hello everybody, I'm here at my favorite gelato place, just a block's walk along the lake, and it was a very relaxing, restful day. I just stayed in with the kids, fed the kids, worked on journal entry about yesterday, the starting to see houses in person, at least from outside, and all the other stuff that happened yesterday, and exchanged a couple of texts with my realtor, and that was it. Looking into moving companies, that kind of thing. And now I was just going to stay home, but it's so nice outside. Everybody was out walking. I said, everybody, it's the next day, it's 11:11, and we've got Agita there, and we've got one of the babies is here, and the other baby is there, very nicely settled on that thing, Now, yesterday I exchanged texts and stuff with the agent, and I only went out for ice cream. Came back, stayed in with the kids, just kind of relaxed, worked on journal entry, stuff like that. Had a good night with the kids. Baby's on the bed with me, Agita nearby. Agita came to the bed in the morning. And I kind of progressing. I checked with the movers and, tentatively booked. I won't know for sure till after the 12th, but tentatively booked movers, tentatively booked storage. Because I will not get a place, right away. So it's at least a month of storage. So I tentatively booked there, and just in case if things go wrong, they said we'll refund the deposit and whatever. So I've been doing that, so kind of productive. And then I have to go to the bank and just keep waiting until. In the meanwhile, just staying clear. Important thing, looking after the kids, staying clear. Approaching a month, and this is a huge rechanneling. At the same time, a little bit of stress because getting all this done, but and finding a place out there, and then here I am at my favorite Hakka restaurant. I did some banking, and just came here, and I'm having a late lunch, and then I'm gonna head back to the kids. Just exchanging, just texting my agent. New developments. One of the houses I really liked that I walked past, I just checked. It's sold already. So as soon as my own offer is firmed, I'm going to start looking out there because I don't want the houses I like to get sold. Bye for now. Hello everybody. Agita settled there. Both babies here. I'm here. Yesterday I just stayed home after I came back and just stayed in with the kids and exchanged texts and checked ads for houses and stuff like that, and had a good night with the kids. And today just had a very lazy day. I exchanged texts with friends, and told my realtor that I may be going to see an open house tomorrow, and to switch cars. And if I like the house at the open house, even though it's at the upper end of my budget, then I can book with her to see it. And there was a house that I liked that got sold. So stuff like that. And yesterday was, went to the bank and lunch and all of that stuff. And today, just a very lazy day, but I think I kind of just needed that. I tried to do some writing, but just wasn't flowing. So I couldn't really get back into that previous stuff right now. But I made a journal entry. And as I said, exchanged WhatsApp and text with friends. So that keeps me kind of, grounded. And I'm still, there are pulls. It's not that there are not pulls. There were relatively lighter ones this morning. But then the other stuff, the kids, of course, and then the really big push of the, looking for a possible house and the offer on my current house and all of that stuff. That is working for now. It's really absorbing me. So that's what's happening. Tomorrow I may make a day trip, in which case I may post after coming back, or I'll post the next day. Bye for now. We're approaching month clear. Good morning, everybody. We've got Agita there. We've got one of the babies there, and we've got the other baby there. We've got the baby there. And it's very early in the morning. It's like before 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., And yesterday, I tried doing some writing, couldn't really get into it. Tried doing some reading, couldn't get really into it. So I just relaxed with the kids and, and went to bed really early and got up really early. So I'm just relaxing with the kids, and I am planning on making the day trip out to, the country to look at a couple of open houses. One particular that if I like it, then I'll book through my agent later in the week, even though it's at the top of the budget, but we'll have a look at it. And also just to have a drive, and I want to drop the Cadillac and pick up another car and do all of that stuff. And I'm not doing anything else, so I might as well do that, And, it is a house that I do want to have a look at, so we might as well do that. So that's the plan, and I'm just going to feed the kids and get ready and head out. I'm trying to probably leave before 9, because there is an open house at 12. Not a house I'm really interested in, but I might as well have a look at it. And if I have time on the way, I can always switch the cars, do all that. We'll see how it goes. Bye for now. And if I have time when I come back, I'll edit and post tonight. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. And I will probably tape on the trip as well. Bye for now. Everybody, I'm on my way. I'm, past London. And I'm bringing this one, the big one, the Cadillac. I'm going to switch and then see a couple of open houses. One mainly, but since I've got a little time, I might have a look at another just for comparison. Bye for now. I'm going to switch at the garage to the Mercedes because that's the one I want to take back to Toronto. And the air conditioning is working on that. It's not on this. Anyway, bye for now. I'm here in scenic Chatham, Ontario. And I switched cars on the way, and I saw 3 houses. 2 were just, they were open houses, and I had a little time before the one that I really wanted to see, so just for comparison. And I saw them. They're lower end of my price range, or, actually lower than the other one, but they just don't work for me. They just really don't work for me, especially compared to the one that I like, which is the upper end of the price range. And I really liked it, but we still have to wait. We have to wait and see what happens with mine, confirmed offer, and then I know the date of closing, and then check to make sure I can get the extra money. Better than putting it in other directions, 1 month clear. This is huge rechanneling. And just, and I'm at an Indian restaurant. This is a 10-minute walk, if that, from the house that I like. It'd be like a 2-minute drive. It's like just around the corner from here, But this is like the all the fast food and shops, and the Home Depot and Walmart is down that way, or maybe a kilometer that way. This is like, and then the downtown, the old downtown is there, and the house I'm looking at is right behind this plaza, but on a very nice street. Very, very nice street. One of the better streets in Chatham. So let's see what happens. I'm kind of excited, but at the same time, a little stressed, and but I'm okay. It's good. It's just just keep going, step after step, and just hope for the best, and do the things I need to do. And I've got the tax receipts ready. I've got that ready. I've got that ready. As soon as the offer gets confirmed, then I can see, and I've been to the bank. Then we'll go from there. In the meanwhile, I might as well stop by the house. I'm here. I came all the way here. Here at house, didn't really need to come, but I drove all this way out here. So I'm just stopping by just to do a quick check. I was just here the other day. Oh, may not be mine for much longer if all goes well. It's like 3-4 more days till they have to confirm, and then just a couple more weeks till closing if it happens. As my friends say, paws crossed. Very, very mixed feelings. I've never really, it was a beautiful house, it really was, but I've never really enjoyed it because, the flooding, and then my father's accident, and, and then the 7 years of renovation. Oh, and then my struggling with the other stuff, struggling. Oh, so I never enjoyed it, I don't think he's done that bad a job. I mean, single-handedly, pretty much. It took a very long time, but I think he's done a pretty good job. Although the buyer thinks a lot of the stuff has to be redone. But, I think all of this is, some of the drywall he thinks seems to, well, that, of course. But some of the drywall he thinks needs to be redone. I don't know. But that's up to him. If he wants to do it, that's absolutely his prerogative, So, anyway, mixed feelings. Agita used to like this house, she was the only child then, and she used to like to sit on those stairs, and there's a sort of a... Everybody, I just got back a couple of minutes ago, and we've got Agita there, and we've got one of the babies there, running around, and we've got the other baby there. That's the other baby. Now, I came in the door and I took off my jacket and everything and put away the takeout food from the Indian restaurant in Chatham. And I got a very nice email from my friend out of province, who I told about seeing the houses and sent, mainly the one house, and sent some pictures to her. And she's crossing her fingers and toes and paws that it works out, because it's a very nice house. But there's still quite a few hurdles. And I told the kids, as soon as I came in, before I even took off my jacket, I told them I've seen a house, a cat family-friendly house, that, the kids love it here. This is their home. And the main thing is that we're all together here, but and we'll be together there. But they can see birds. You can't see anything from here, And there's so much more space and levels. There's a level for Agita. We can be her private domain. She can have there's like a 4-level house. She can have one level entirely to herself. And then we've got a catio. Well, sort of a catio. It's an enclosed room. It's really just an additional room, but with big glass windows. But it's year-round. It's not like an enclosed patio. It's like a proper room addition with big glass windows, but year-round with fully insulated everything. It's so lots of bird watching there for all of us. And there's a front porch which I want to have enclosed and all of that stuff. Now, we're not there yet, and there's still hurdles. It is top of budget. The offer on my house hasn't been finalized yet. Hopefully that will happen on Wednesday, So once that is finalized, and then, it's like, will this other house come down? Will it still be there? Is it going to be other offers because of the open house today? All of that stuff. It is at the top of the budget. Might be a couple more houses to see with my agent, and I have really the best agent in the universe. I really do. And I was in touch with her today, and she's, she's going to be arranging showings. And I said, let's see if we can find one under budget. So far, there's one which my agent and my contractor friend says isn't the best of areas. So and it's like 1,000 under the the original budget. So might see it. And maybe something else will come up in the next couple of days. But all of this has been happening. So I told the kids, I said, I've seen that. And yeah, it'll take a little bit of adjusting. Once everything is done, and if it works out, if things work out, and I do manage to get that house or another house that has more space in here, that has levels, that has windows for bird watching, has an enclosed room, all of that stuff. Then once we adjust there, I want to spend pretty much all my time there, and then we'll see what to do with this place later. I have to talk to my father about it and all of that stuff, and see what's happening there. So, but we'll deal with that later. For now, the goal is just to sort of get out of town with the kids to a place that suits. So this has been a huge push. On the one hand, yes, huge push. On the other hand, a little bit stressful, a little bit overwhelming, and there's a little anxiety. But I'm there have been little bits of pulls, not strong, but there have been pulls through the week. But it's okay, the pushes are so strong. And I made the trip today just to see the one house, and I saw a couple of other houses too, just for comparison. But they didn't come close, even though they were a bit less money, but they didn't come close. So, and there's one other house that I like. So it's all still up in the air. Now, I'm going to edit and post. I usually do on Sunday nights, and I just got back, but I do want to keep sort of track of this, the pushes and the pulls, and it's a month clear, and this is a month back. This is a month back from the deepest journey into the wyrd, W-Y-R-D, which I've talked about before, the origin of the word weird, and I've talked about how in Macbeth, you've got the weird sisters, they were the fates. Sort of a different version of weird, but into the shadow, let's say, deepest, darkest journey into the dark forest, that I just barely came back from, and so it's been a month back, and it's been, but then as soon as I got back, the universe kind of offered, or there were options, this whole thing came out of the blue, the offer on my house, on my current house, and the possibility of rechanneling and, moving out there into a more kind of cat family friendly house in town around people, not isolated, and people, the people do tend to be friendlier out there in the, I think I've said in footage when I was there the other day, a stranger said hello to me, and somebody else, I was rushing across the street, and the guy in the car said, don't rush, there's plenty of time. I'm like, that's not going to happen in the city. Now, there is sort of a downside to out there too. It's very conservative, and there's sort of a less of an ethnic mix and stuff like that. But that's but on the whole, I think it will be a positive move. And as I said, it's been offered to me. I mean, it's an opportunity, that's come up, and it would be, sort of. I feel that I really should take advantage of something that is sort of coming, that might help me, help me through some of what I'm dealing with, Now, it may or may not work. I mean, there's no easy solutions to addiction and to the stuff that I've been going through. But if there are opportunities to not avail myself of them, would be to squander them. So I'm going to do what I can. I am doing what I can, and I'm kind of holding it together. It's a month, and I'm going to keep going. And it's huge. It's really huge. I mean, going out, seeing the properties, thinking about, and these are my biggest pushers. I mean, to some people, they're just cats, but they're my children. I tried to explain that to Agent today. One of the people at the open houses, and I'm looking at the windows, and I'm like going, are these windows big enough for my cats? And they're like, oh, for my kids. I think, and they said, your kids? And I said, my kids are cats. And they said, oh. But my friends get it. my friend, my cat person, and my agent, my own realtor, gets it. My cat person friends, I send them pictures of the houses, ads, and they're like going, yeah, those are good bird watching windows, and there's good catio potential. And my former podcast producer friend, he was doing some research into one of the houses that I was looking at and the previous prices, and he's good at online research and stuff, so he was researching that for me. So it's sort of a group effort here. So that's what's been happening. I'm going to edit and post now. I just got home, but I think this is important. I do want to keep a record of, the pushes and the pulls and this journey back from Puss's dark forest. And when I came back and I told the kids, I said, look, there's the possibility of a house, for us and a sort of a fresh start, and, a very nice house with big windows for watching birds and all that. But I also said, it's still, I'm not completely out of the dark forest yet. I'm doing my very best, and I'm, when opportunities are offered to come back from the dark forest, I mean, I'm taking them. I'm going to do what I can, and I've got an amazing agent. I've got friends, looking out for me, and looking at ads for houses. So, and I've got my cousin, the lawyer, who's helping me. So we've got all of that going together, for myself and my kids, And as I was saying, to other people they may be cats, but to me they're my kids. They're my family. So anyway, one more thing before I didn't post. I did have a dream the other day, and I've had a few dreams lately, but I had a dream where I was coming back from a road trip across Canada, and the Rocky Mountains were in front of me, so I was like probably in Alberta, something like that. It was a dream, but I was on that side of the mountains, and there were two routes. There was one around the mountains, and it was a new route, and in the dream it was a shortcut. I mean, in reality it would be sort of longer, but in the dream there was a shortcut, and it was not going over the mountains. It was like around the mountains, but it was a new route, and it was the easier route. And then there was another route, which was like the winding, dangerous road through the mountains to get to the other side. Guess which one I took in the dream? the dangerous one, So I think I've been on the dangerous path so far, but now it's time. I mean, it's time to get through the mountains, and it's been dangerous. And I had another dream where later in the week, where I was, again, coming down a mountain, coming down very fast. It was actually a parking garage, and then it sort of turned into a mountain. So I'm coming down the other side of those dangerous mountains. So, let's hope the dream, the second dream, I'm coming down fast, but as long as I can, land and get to the other side of the mountains. Wish me luck. So, from the four of us. So from Agita there, and one of the babies there, and the other baby there. So from the three kids and myself, one thing I wanted to show, I am wearing, for luck, my cat dad socks, given by one of my cat rescue friends for a solstice a couple of years ago, and my Karanimu shirt, from Useless Farm, given by another cat rescue friend for a solstice this year. So from the three kids, one baby there, one baby there, and Agita there running about, and myself, the craziest, nuttiest, most fucked up professor to ever walk the face of the earth as I come down the mountain, hopefully safely back to the ordinary world. Bye for now. Keep you posted.